A couple of extremely interesting and successful weeks on the road, and here we are in Trinidad, where your Trinbago Knights, well, this is where they belong. Look at that. Dwayne Bravo, champion, fan following as soon as he steps out. Well, we're welcoming you to another episode of Nightclub. Captain, what a journey it's been so far, isn't it?
Yes, it's been great. You know, we had a good season at home. We played 5 games, 6 games at home, win 5. Then we went on the road to play 4.
Yeah.
Win 3 on the road, lose 1, lose last night. Oh, I'm happy with that and happy with the team performance so far.
All right, excited to be back to where it all started and where it all finished?
Yes, it's going to finish. The biggest party in sport is about to finish in Trinidad and down in South, different venue. But, you know, we are happy to be home and we know our fans are going to come out in their numbers.
All right, I'm going to see you in the team bus. DJ, thanks a ton for opening this up for me. Sending a warm welcome to all of you. This is going to be a special episode of Nightclub. We're going to take you on a boat ride with your Trinbago Knights. We're going to get you up close and personal with a couple of them. But before we get started, let's recap this wonderful journey so far. The most successful campaign in the league stages in the history of CPL.
The biggest party in sport just got bigger with the Trinbago Knight Riders set to play their playoff game against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. With 8 wins out of 10 in the league stages, it has been an amazing season for TKR. They've been top chase masters with 7 successful chases. TKR had a superb winning spree, winning 6 matches consecutively. TKR was the only team to score a minimum of 40 runs in the power play in every league game. The team did make records, but there was some special individual talent on display as well. Bowlers feature in the list of the most economical bowlers this season in the middle overs, with Narayan and Shadab leading the spin department. At the death, we have our very own DJ Bravo leading the charts with most wickets. While Sunil Narayan turns out to be the most economical, giving away just 5.83 runs per over. Leading with the bat has been Brendan McCullum, who has a mind-boggling strike rate of 158 in the power play overs. Continuing the onslaught is Dinesh Ramdeen. If Baz starts it, then it's the death overs where Ramdeen blows them away. Striking at 236 per 100 balls, Ramdeen gives us the much-needed finish. TKR's explosive brand of cricket has flattened many teams so far, and if they continue their form, come the 9th and the red and black cheer will be the loudest.
After spreading their magic, after dancing to the tunes of Calypso all over the Caribbean, the Trinbago Knights have dropped anchor at home. Port of Spain, this is where the business end of the tournament will unfurl, not at the Queen's Park Oval, but at the Brian Lara International Stadium. That's in the southern part of the island, in Tarouba, but I'm told that's where all the fans who make a lot of noise come from. So everyone's getting ready for that. There's a sense of excitement, but at the same time, a little bit of disappointment as well. That, of course, comes at the back of Brendan McCullum's injury. He had to fly back home. He put out a tweet expressing his disappointment, took a blow on his elbow from a Wayne Parnell delivery. Someone who made sure the Trinbago Knights were at the top of the league table after the 10 games, scored 335 runs at number 2 in the list of 6 hitters. This was Brendan McCullum's league stage. He played an extremely important part, not just as a player, but even as a mentor.
To say Brendan McCullum is a vital member of the Trinbago Knight Riders team would be a thorough understatement. Baz, as he's fondly called, has been instrumental in TKR winning a record 7 matches while chasing in this year's Caribbean Premier League. The swashbuckler scored 228 runs at a strike rate of 174, which is only second best in the tournament in chases. Baz not just carried the team through with the bat, but also being the senior statesman, mentored the team. His input not just helped the players but also brought about the responsible side of the fellow Kiwi, Colin Munro. The duo scored 307 runs batting together, the second highest this season. Baz injured himself in the game versus the Barbados Tridents, which brought about an unexpected end to what could be a memorable season for TKR as well as for him. Baz crossed the ropes 25 times and averages more than 50 this year, a true testament to his heroics. A player like him is almost indispensable and will be sorely missed in the knockouts. Australian all-rounder Daniel Christian has been named as his replacement and will look to continue the big hitting legacy for TKR.
So well, in the playoffs, while there won't be a mix special, hopefully for the Trinbergo Knights, it'll still be a happy meal. But well, whenever there's a problem in sight, there is always a night. In the absence of one senior statesman, it's time for the others to put their hands up and rise to the occasion. That's been the story of the Trinbergo Knights through the tournament or through the history of the CPL T20. Let's get to know one of the other senior members of the side a little more. Someone who wants to make this tournament count. Someone who already is the most successful wicketkeeper in the history of this tournament. We are talking about the hometown lad, Dinesh Ramdin. You've seen him chirping behind the stumps. You've seen him whacking it in front of them. It's time to get candid with Dinesh Ramdin. Dinesh, thank you so much for your time. Lovely settings.
It's amazing here.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what more could anyone ask for? You grow up somewhere, of course, Trinidad, Tobago, just the Caribbean feel. Is it just a different air when you grow up?
Yeah, it is. Back home, it's different from here in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica. Every island has something special.
You've been part of 7 knockout games in the CPL. That's the most with 6 other players that you share this record with. Do you now, especially in the Caribbean Premier League, where you're a senior player, you're a home conditions player, take that added responsibility on your shoulders?
Yeah, most definitely. I set out myself some goals this CPL, batting at number 5 for TKR, to try to take the innings as deep as possible to win games for us. I think I let down the team on 2 occasions. I brought the team home probably on 2 of them. So it's all about absorbing that pressure, going out there and doing it for the team. We have a great bunch of guys. When you look at our top order, fantastic guys on the top of the orders, and the middle order, how it sets up with myself and Darren. There's a lot of pressure, but there's opportunity for us to make a bigger, better impact on the game for us.
How does it feel to be the keeper with the most number of dismissals in CPL, the most successful keeper?
Yeah, it's a good feeling, but at the end of the day, I would like to win a title. This is my 5th year CPL, played a couple finals and haven't won, so I believe this is the year we can lift that trophy, the second one for TKR. Myself and Narayan is in that boat, so we would like to really win this trophy.
Now, not just the Caribbean, you'll also be heading to the gorgeous coastline of the Indian Ocean in Cape Town. How excited are you about that?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be picked up by the Cape Town Knight Riders, another part of the family. Going down there to enjoy myself, try to represent as much as possible, try to keep the form, so when I get the opportunity I'll perform for the Knights up there. It's a fantastic place to play in Cape Town, and hopefully we'll do some special things there with Coach Jack, Simon and Skipper JP.
Yeah, you want to be candid enough to tell me more about the Drogba story?
Yeah, the Drogba story goes back when every game we play football, to warm up, get the body going. My favorite player is Drogba. He used to play for Chelsea. I decided to strike, and every time I go striking, Dwayne passes the ball to me and I strike, scores, and I just do the celebration, which is Didier Drogba. So I just like the guy. He's a fantastic player, the way he goes about it. Picture with you, buddy. Didier Drogba.
South, that's southeast. So we go from there. South. 1 second, I'm trying to figure out Dinesh Ramdin's logistics. We take them very seriously here on Nightclub. I want him to concentrate on winning the cup while I figure out his future. Now you're wondering what's the future? Well, come November, he could take one of these water taxis, go straight past the North Atlantic, connect the Indian Ocean and reach that beautiful city of Cape Town, because that's where you'll have another set of nights to support in November, the T20 Global League, another set of nights. I really can't wait for that one. Come the 3rd of November, it will be Cape Town Knight Riders versus AB de Villiers' Pretoria. That's where you'll also see Dinesh Ramdin. But you'll also see Coach Jacques Callis, who will be in charge in his home country. We caught up with him to find out what this edition means to the nightclub brand.
I've been with KKR now for, 7 years. I think I spent the first 3 years in Bangalore with him playing, and then 4 years playing for KKR, and then it's sort of a job that I never really thought I'd take on and do. Once I finished playing, Trevor Bayliss was the head coach, and Venky picked up the phone and said, "Do you mind, or are you interested in being the batting consultant?" Which, like I said, I never really thought about. And I think towards the end of your career, you sort of become a coach in a way, in that you try to guide and help the youngsters coming to the team. And I really enjoyed that part of it, seeing how the guys improved and helping them live out their dreams that I was fortunate enough to do. jumped at the opportunity, and then, as we know, Trevor Bayless got given the England job, and he asked me to take over as head coach, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And, you know, to be part of a setup like this, where their values are pretty similar to what mine are, you know, made life easy. We've got such a great team behind us. We really do have, and I'm not saying just because Wendy's sitting here, the best owners, and you can speak to any players that have played, that they don't get involved. They give us what I want, what they want, to a certain degree. Certainly get looked after the best, and we've got a man in charge that loves his golf, so that's right up my alley too. That's been a fantastic journey so far. We've had some real fun. You know, part of our value system was that we don't like selecting, or we don't select guys that we think are going to be problem childs within the team. Doesn't matter how talented they are. We look at guys, yes, from a cricket skill point of view, obviously, but then most importantly, from a people's point of view, in that, you know, treating people well, treating your teammates well, respect and all that kind of stuff goes a long way. So that was part of the process that we had in looking for the players that we've signed up. I think another part of it was, especially with the lesser known players, once you know, your main players were chosen, we certainly tried to take a local flavour and look after as many Cape Town players as we could. As you can see, we've got quite a few of those young guys in there. So I've seen it in Kolkata, how well they've looked after the people in Kolkata and the players there, and they certainly look after the community. And I know nothing's going to be different here, so really looking forward to that. It's an exciting opportunity.
Right outside the Trinidad and Tobago Parliament, this beautiful honours boat celebrating victorious athletes from the nation at the Olympic Games. Well, come the 9th of September, the country is hoping for more silverware to boast of. That, of course, could be Trinidad and Tobago's second Caribbean Premier League title. Well, I'm going to head into a short break here on Nightclub. Why? Because I need some time off. I need to get my swimming wear out. I need to get my suntan lotion. Why? Because I'd be needing it on the other side. There's, of course, magic coming from your Trinbago Nights, not just on a lovely boat tour that we planned, but also Darren Bravo, who's got some magic tricks coming up. Don't go anywhere. Back in a moment.